What's going on, people? This is your man Home Study back into his house, and we're taking a look at this Donald Trump potentially losing his license to practice real estate in the state of New York. So, by any means, this is not a political channel. This is not me leaning one way or the other. Listen, I don't care about red or blue. The only color that matters to me is green. That's the only thing that matters is making that paper. That's all I care about. But let's get into this Trump thing. I seen it. I thought it was pretty funny, so just wanted to check it out.
We've proven this case
So
so
let's get it.
conclusively.
Fair
We've
use,
asked
by
for
the way, fair
directed
use.
verdict many times. They don't have any facts. They don't have any evidence against us. Millions and millions of pages, years of litigation, and all politically motivated.
Former President Donald Trump attended closing arguments in his civil fraud trial here in New York, speaking outside the court after the judge warned him, or rather speaking out after the judge warned him not to. The state attorney general who...
What type of balls is on Donald Trump to be like, man, you know what? I'm in court. Y'all got me, and I'm going to just say whatever I won't feel like anyway. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all trying to slander my name. Shout out to Trump, man. Let's go.
brought the case is seeking $370 million in penalties. Trump insists the case is politically motivated. Robert Costa attended the hearing, and he joins us now. Bob, good morning.
Good morning. Throughout this
Bob.
trial,
Good morning.
former President Donald Trump has clashed with the judge Arthur and Gorin about the details in this case. But yesterday's closing arguments and the exchanges with Trump in the courtroom, they underscored how for Trump here in New York and elsewhere, his legal battles are part of the campaign trail.
With his business empire at risk.
Now, you know, like if they really didn't want Trump to get elected, I mean, listen, man. Why y'all giving this man this much attention, stacking up all of these cases and getting his people like more riled up more than ever so they can support him even more? That's crazy. So if you really want to get rid of this dude, how about you just don't talk about him? But anyway, let's keep going.
Former President Donald Trump was defiant as closing arguments were delivered in his New York civil fraud trial.
It's a disgrace, and they should pay me damages. That's the way it should be.
In the courtroom, he
Yo, shout out to Trump for talking big crazy in the office, in the courthouse. Let's get it.
decided to speak up and lashed out at Judge Arthur and Gorin and blasted New York Attorney General Letitia James, saying this has been a persecution, prompting the judge
Now why they trying to play my man Trump like that? Like, look how they got his face. Look how they got his face, mouth open. Judge, this is a prosecution. Come on, man. Like, listen, don't try to play my man like that. But let's get it, Kim.
to interrupt, telling Trump's lawyer to control your client.
This is a sham, and it's a shame. Thank you.
The former president and his company have already been found liable for fraud, accused by James of falsely inflating the value of their properties to get better loans and insurance deals. Now,
All right, so that's what he's going to court for because he's just overflating the value of everything, right? Well, his empire, so he get more loans and credit and stuff like that. So now in real estate, they call this a term is called puffering, you know. So you're allowed to be like, okay, let's just say you do have a property. You be like, hey, this place is very cozy. It's nice. Good people outside. I mean, it's in a decent neighborhood, right? So you can say all of that stuff, and it might not necessarily be true, but you can't flat out just lie and just be like, hey, this is an ocean view property when your house is right next to the expressway. You know, you can't outright lie like that. But I don't know what Trump was doing, but I know he has a big empire enough for him to even say like, hey, these properties is worth this much or that much. So I don't know, but we're going to see more. Let's continue.
she is seeking a $370 million penalty
Jeez.
and to have him banned from doing business in the state.
This case has never been about politics. This case is about the facts.
It's not about politics. Very convenient that you would do it in an election year. Now, if you just did it that's on a whim and just did it out of nowhere, I can understand that. But an election year seems very calculated to me. But let's continue.
and the law. And Mr. Donald Trump violated the law.
With voting in the presidential race about to start, the GOP frontrunner says he sees his legal challenges as a part of his campaign.
We have our best poll numbers. We have the best everything despite this, and maybe because of this.
Trump, who also faces federal criminal charges, says he intends to show up for those proceedings as well.
Are you planning to show up in court?
Yeah, well, I want to go to all of my trials.
He about to pull up to every trial just to let y'all know this is bogus, unsubstantiated claim. The glove don't fit, so you gotta quit. That's the type of that's how crazy Donald Trump is talking right now. But let's continue.
When Trump told me that he intends to show up for all of these upcoming court appearances at the federal, local, and state level, it illuminated how the political calendar could overlap with Trump's legal calendar in the coming months and complicate the presidential campaign, both in the primary and should he make it to the general election. Meanwhile, Judge Engoron has said he will make a final decision on how he's going to proceed in this civil fraud case in the coming weeks. Anne Marie.
All right, Bob, thank you very much.
All right, so there it is. That's what you guys. So very interesting developments, very interesting thing that's going on.
They're blamed
with
for
Trump.
situations. So for us, it's just.
Well, we don't need that popping up. But so with everything that's going on with Trump, man, that's very interesting, man. So what can we learn from Trump here? And it's just all about real estate. I mean, don't overinflate the value and don't be lying if that was the case, so you don't have any issues with nobody. So, hey, but that's enough for me, man. This has definitely been a good laugh for today, man. So I appreciate you guys checking in with me. This your boy Home Study, and hey, we will be back with another one. Peace.